I've found this sort of weird trait of human behavior because I don't actually leave my house very much. I like my house. I work from home. My commute is from there to here. Manfred comes sometimes. He says hello. He's cute. But, for instance, today I went to my mailbox to see if I had any mail. I ordered some new contacts. Well, actually, contacts for just this eye, because I couldn't find them. And when I went in there, they were busy helping someone else, so there was a line of two. Me, some girl who probably goes to USC. Now, in a normal human-to-human interaction, I feel like what should always be appropriate is to just be like, hey, how are you? What wonderful weather we have today. Game of Thrones is a good show. I think something like this. But apparently if you do that in LA, people just... Oh. I remember someone was getting a candy bar at a gas station, and I was like, oh, dude, I love those candy bars. And he did this, he goes... Like that! Like I had a gun to the back of him. Was like, hey, I like those candy bars. Don't you fucking turn around. I didn't tell you to turn around. Like that was the look he gave me. Just like the... It's just a Kit Kat, man. Relax. However, if you say something cruel, that's considered okay. This girl's sitting there. She's standing there, actually. She wasn't just sitting on the ground. She would have been very unusual in that case. But just she was standing there. She's just being there. And I've been here for 30 seconds. She turns around. She goes, you would think that they could serve us faster. Pfft. And I don't know what to say. I just went, oh, I've been here for 30 seconds. That's not a useful thing to say. I don't know how to react to people who are just surprise, I'm mad. I don't know what, but that's apparently normal. If you go at the post office, people do you think they know how to serve people here, and another person goes, yeah, I know, right? We've been here for 3 minutes. I don't know, maybe it's a Midwest thing. In the Midwest, people just talk to each other willy-nilly. People just come out and just when I was at home, I was ordering some pizza. Which, by the way, I want so badly right now, because I'm on my healthy diet where I don't eat pizza. I want it so badly. But anyways, I'm on the phone with the pizza person. So would you like a 2-topping for $10? And I'm like, that's exactly what I'd want. She goes, oh, well, all right, cool. What would you like? And I say, I'm going to get mushrooms and olives because I know how to eat. And she goes, really? Mushrooms and olives? I've only ever had mushrooms and pepperoni. Is that good? And I go, oh, man, I really like it. And she's like, oh, I'll have to try that. The jalapenos are another thing I haven't tried here. And I went, oh, yeah, I really like the jalapenos. They're totally good. And she's like, well, great. Here's your total. And I'm like, well, cool. I'll see you in a bit. That's how we talk to each other in the Midwest. In California, you can't say anything or else you'd be viewed as a serial killer unless it's something like, well, the service here isn't making me happy. I remember when I was I went to the USC Interactive Media and Games program for grad school. But some part of the program is to take film classes. So they actually let you rent film equipment if you didn't have any. So I had a light stand on my back, and then another one crossed this way, and I'm carrying a really heavy camera and my laptop bag with this arm and a backpack. And I'm just just trying to go, and I don't need a reason to sweat. Look at this. I'm in a room at 72 degrees. I'm just sweating, okay? But I was outside in 95 degree weather in Los Angeles. So I'm walking back, and there's this girl who's walking in front of me. Apparently she's just going in the same direction as me. But I'm breathing kind of heavily behind her because I'm carrying lots of pounds of extra weight that I didn't have at the time. Now I sort of have some of those around me always, but the times when I'm going, I'm heaving, and she starts just doing the quick neck snap, she's doing spotting and dancing or something, just looking at, no! And so we walk all the way up along You don't care about the street names, but like up Hoover, and we turn. We're on 28th Street, and then she just turns around at me and she runs away, man. She bolts. She sprints away from me, making a noise like this. Like just absolute freak out in flip-flops. So you hear some like of your feet like smacking together. And she runs into some house on the other side of the street and then peers at me out the window. Like I was going to pull out a javelin and stab her and then film it. And she just knew. She could just see that through. And so I just got to walk by and just look at her like she was weird. But of course, I had like one of these. Like I just done step aerobics for the first time. It was pretty good. So the long story short, we have our friend Horror Trip, who only has room in his conversational gamut to say MOBAs for noobs.